My name is Victoria, and I am born and raised in LA, East LA specifically, but about 6 years ago, I moved back to Lawndale. I gave birth to my first son back in 2021. He came prematurely due to a car accident, so because of that, 5 months after his birth, they found about 32 rib fractures. So since I had no explanation, I was falsely accused of child abuse. Before everything and before the accusations, I was fresh out the military. I was in my early 20s. I had just met my husband at that time. I saw everything very positively. I feel like I was happy. I got into a car accident, and because of that car accident, my son was born with a skull fracture, rib fractures, a small hairline arm fracture, and a hairline leg fracture. They let him go home about 2 months later without letting me know that they had x-rays and they were finding masses in his kidneys. They kind of just let him go home and didn't tell us anything. And of course, me as a new mom, I was just excited to have my son with me. I didn't think nothing of it until I had to keep taking him back to the hospital for respiratory problems. He wasn't able to breathe. He was contracting a lot. And then that's when they found his rib fractures. Because I had no explanation, I hadn't dropped him, nothing fell on top of him. They had to call Department of Children and Family Services on me and state that I had abused him. I felt so betrayed by the medical system. I felt betrayed by everybody because I kept taking my son to the hospital knowing something was wrong, and everybody kept telling me he's okay, he's fine. So I felt betrayed. I had just given birth, so I was still in postpartum. So when they took him away from me, my body had to go through this adjustment without him there, and it was really hard. I felt like my motherhood was taken away from me. I felt like I was robbed of my motherhood. I would just avoid looking at his crib because it hurt me too much. For a long time, I couldn't even look at pictures of my son. It was really rough. The most painful part was not being able to bond with my son during his first full year of life because he was taken away. So just leaving him after every single visit was like ripping my heart out every single time. My mom was the one who was kind of looking at attorneys, looking at lawyers, because we felt like our public defenders weren't really fighting for me. Again, I couldn't do it because I was just not in the right mental state of mind. I didn't feel real. I was really disassociated with the world. So honestly, my mom found this law firm. She spoke to Matt, and she felt in her heart that this is where we needed to be. My first impressions were that he really knows what he's talking about. He really knows juvenile dependency, the ins and the outs. He definitely knew what to do and how to fight for what I wanted and how to fight for justice. Along with all the case managers, they were very communicative with me, answered all my questions, kept me in the loop, so I never felt like I didn't know what was going to happen to my case. When I felt like I was finally being heard, I felt a sense of relief. I felt like there was a weight lifted off of my shoulders because somebody was finally listening to me. I went like a whole year and a half with nobody listening to me, nobody believing me, nobody hearing my side of the story. And when I finally got that from the attorney, I just felt like I could breathe again. If another mother was facing the accusations I was facing, continue to be your child's biggest advocate and build yourself a community of like-minded people and people who have been through this. Go to church, get closer to God, restore your relationship with Him, because honestly, if it wasn't for my church and my community, I would not have been able to do this. From where I was when I first met Koohanim Law and the attorney Matt Koohanim, I feel that I have not only grown in my parenthood, he has not only just given me my kids back, he has given me my peace of mind back. He walked me through every single step, and if this were to ever happen to me or somebody that I know, I would 1000% recommend Matt Koohanim for how effective he is in the juvenile dependency courtroom.